Hello YouTube, it's your girl Sandy. Hi, and everybody should know who Roger is. Say hi, Roger. Hi. When Roger is here, everyone should know that I am talking about my favorite show ever, The Walking Dead. I want to talk about last week's episode 9 of season 2, Trigger Finger. So I just want to talk about what happened and how I feel about it, and Roger's gonna let you know how he feels about it. And so yeah, keep watching. Hope you enjoy. The episode starts off, Lori was in a car crash and she wakes up to a walker smashing his face through the glass trying to get at her. Scary. Intro music comes in. And she crashes and she gets attacked while she was on her way to look for Rick, or to check on Rick and make sure they found Hershel and make sure everything is okay. I think it was a stupid move, but I mean, I feel like she feels like she needs to redeem herself or kind of prove herself to Rick because of what happened between her and Shane, and especially since he knows about it. You know what I'm saying? I feel like she has to put in the extra mile to kind of prove that she's a good wife, or whatever, something like that. While this is going on, Rick, Glenn, and Hershel are at the bar in town. These people come and start some stuff, and Rick shoots them. Okay, this happened, we shot them, let's leave, bye bye. So they're dipping out, and they see a car pulls up. Who could that be? Tony and Dave's friends. And they roll up and they're like, where's Tony, where's Dave, let's look for him. But Rick is like, I just shot Tony and Dave. Tony and Dave are dead, so this is gonna be awkward. They're hiding out, and then the people finally come into the bar where they are. Glenn blocks the door. They realize that there's people inside. They're like, who's in there? Is Tony and Dave in there? We're just looking for them. Rick tells them, they drew on us. They drew on us. He just kept letting them know that they started it, we finished it. They wanted to avenge Tony and Dave. Next thing you know, this kind of old Western John Wayne saloon shootout is going on. It's crazy. I think this part was scarier than having walkers after them. It was super suspenseful. Me and Roger, Doug, Red Doug! It was crazy. So after that, as they're trying to escape, walkers show up. A big group of walkers, I guess because of all the gunfire and the noise going on in town, and they had to get out fast. So did the people that were shooting them. They were trying to get the hell on. One of their snipers, they had a guy on the roof that was shooting from the roof, like sniping them. They're like, come on, jump on top of the truck, we're about to leave, this walker's coming, da 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 da. The guy jumps, but when he jumps, his leg, like his fucking, I can't show you my leg, I'm stiff, but it goes through the top of his knee. I mean, through the bottom of his knee and through like the gate. It was crazy. He's stuck, and the people like, sorry dude, we gotta go. No one told you to be on the roof. What the fuck was he doing up there anyway? So they're out on him. They're like, deuces. So they leave. Rick, being the good guy that he is, jets over and it's like, we have to do something. We just can't leave him here. And Glenn is like, this guy was just shooting at us. Rick, are you kidding me? Like, let's go. You see all these walkers? He's not worth, risking our life over it. But, Rick is really good-hearted. I think he already felt bad about shooting and killing 3 other people, living people, that he had to save this guy. We just can't leave him like this. So they go through this whole thing where Hershel's about to try to amputate this guy's leg on sight while under the pressure of like 1,000,000 walkers coming towards them. So push comes to shove, Hershel cannot amputate this guy's leg right here. The walkers are closing in. What do? Rick says, screw this, snap, and like pops his leg off the gate. It looked like it hurt so bad. So they escape. They get away. While all this is going on in town, Shane goes after Lori because everybody's like, where's Lori? We haven't seen her all day. Carl, you seen your mama? No, I don't know where she went. He goes off and he's looking for her. Finds her on the road. And she's like, I was going to look for Rick. We have to go save Rick. And Shane's like, no, I'm going to take you back because you just got into a car wreck. No, I have to save my husband. I have to make sure he's okay. So Shane, being the great guy that he is like, oh, Rick, man, they back at the house. They chilling. They safe. Let's go. So he lies to her. Me personally, I don't think it was wrong for him not to want to go into town to get Rick, only because he knows Rick. He knows Rick is a tough guy. He knows Rick can handle his own. It will only be a distraction to have his wife there in the situation that they were in. I don't blame him for wanting to get her back to the house, but he shouldn't have lied. She's 90 pounds, pick her up and throw her in the back seat and call it a day. Once they do get back to the crib, she finds out that Rick and Glenn and Herschel are not there. Shane just says, well, I just want to look out for you and make sure you and the baby are safe. Oh, no, he didn't. Yes, he did. Carl was right there. Carl was like, what baby? You're having a baby? Shane, we didn't need Carl to find out about this right now. This is not a good time. After all this happens, Lori is, talking to Carl and Dale and Andrea in the living room. Shane comes moseying in and he's like, oh, I need to talk to you, blah. She ends up one-on-one talking to him. Basically, Lori called him out on Otis and told him that she told Rick about the little thing they had going on. And he looked like, oh my gosh, he knows now? When were you gonna man up and let him know? You weren't, right? Now that he knows, I'm pretty sure Shane feels like, damn, how long has he known? And he's just been in my face like, everything is cool. In his head, he's like, now I look like a complete ass to Rick because I didn't come and tell him. His wife told him, so I'm still the odd man out. And you're right, Shane, you are the odd man out. Rick and everybody pulls up with this new guy. I forgot what his name is. Everybody's like, thank God they made it back. They end up having this meeting, a family meeting. Basically, they were discussing the new guy. Shane tried to come at Rick like he was wrong for saving the guy, bringing him back to the farm. I'm on Rick's side, like totally. Those guys, they're not looking for him. They left him for dead. They're like, if I was the guy driving the truck, I would have been like, okay, that guy's dead. We're not gonna go looking for him. He got attached to a gate and he's like a shish kebab for a walker right now. My favorite part of the whole episode was during the meeting. Herschel straight snapped on Shane. This is my farm. You're only here because I allow you to be here, and Rick changed my mind about kicking your ass off the farm, so you need to just keep your mouth shut. Oh, chomp. That was my favorite part. Someone please tell this guy something, because everybody else is kind of walking on eggshells like they scared of this guy. He's scary. He's gonna get everybody killed, or he's gonna kill everybody, one or the other. Andrea kind of bonded with Maggie. I don't like Andrea only because she's the sideline. She's letting Shane get all up in here. Shane is all up in here. He already got there and now he's all up in here. She's all chasing behind him like a teenager. She's stupid. The only reason I said I liked her on this episode was the fact that she kind of bonded with Maggie, because Maggie was really concerned about her little sister. For some reason, she's in some shock stage, and so she's like kind of like on the bed, like not moving, coma status, except for her eyes are blinking. I don't know what that's about. So they kind of bonded. She was trying to let her know that she was feeling where she was at, because she's been there before. At the end of the episode, Lori and Rick were in the tent chopping it up, talking about what went down. Lori just expressed to him that she felt like Shane was a problem, felt like Shane was dangerous. She felt that Shane was madly in love with her. I am not exactly on her side, everything that she said. A lot of stuff could have been left out. It's like you're trying to put rage into this guy's head when Rick's not like that. There's like a cliffhanger point in this episode, because it's like, what is Rick thinking? He kind of had like this blank stare on his face while Lori was telling him she's putting a lot of stuff in this guy's head. Even though it's true, a lot of it was unnecessary, I think. I feel like she's trying to pit these two guys against each other. I think this was a great episode. I really enjoyed it. I can't wait till this Sunday. All my Walking Dead heads, please comment questions. Let me know if you made a video about this episode so I can see, how you feel about it. Make sure you stay tuned and subscribe so you can see my next video for next week's episode. Alright? So, this is Roger. This is